Hello everyone, I am Suparna Dev from DIMSR, welcoming you all in this session. In today's session in research methodology, we will learn sampling and types of sampling. Now, sampling in research term, the sampling the sample is a group of people or the object or the item that are taken from the whole population for the measurement. The sample should be representative of the population to ensure that we can journalize the finding from research sample. Why the sampling is so important, or why it is considered? The sampling is done because we should gather the data from either from entire population. Even in relatively small population, the data may be needed urgently, and it include everyone in the population. For collection of the data, for general collection of the data, it may take too long time. So sampling is very important for getting urgent result. Why it is what is the need of sampling? Why we need the why it is very important? It saves the money, it saves the time, it is more accurate, it gives faster result, and also it gives reliable information. This sampling is further classified into two parts: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling is a technique based on randomization of the principle, where in the procedure is so designed which guarantee that each and every individual of the population has an equal selection. There will be no bias part. In other words, we can also say that the sampling method in which all the members of the population has pre-specified and an equal chance to be the part of sample. It is just opposite in non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is a method which is said to be which is are not given an equal opportunity to be the part of sample. There is no probability attached to the unit of population, and the selection relies on the subjective judgment of the researcher. Now, probability sampling is classified into four parts: simple random sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling, and systematic sampling. Simple sampling, random sampling, a sampling technique that involves drawing a sample from the population such that everyone in the population has equal chance of being selected. For example, in a lottery system, the name of all the students are in the hat and blindly drawing the 10 name from the hat. So here in the hat, in the hat, all the population is getting an equal chance. We sum up all the names of the people who has participated. We have sum up all this thing in the hat, and we are giving equal chance, whereas randomly we are collecting the required number of the sample. Next one is stratified sampling. Stratified sampling is a sampling technique that involves first dividing the population into subgroups, and then demographically or based on some other criteria, we are taking the simple random sample from each group. For example, we have a population of 100%. We have a population combined population of male and female. Now we want 60% women or 40% men, which is commonly known as the demographically criterization. Or we can and if we want the sample of 100 participants, then we can either do the 40% men and 60% women, either of the things. So we have to classify these two into subgroup, and from these subgroups we will do the simple random sampling method. The next one is cluster sampling method. Cluster sampling is a sampling technique that involves dividing the population into the groups which called as cluster. The random selection of certain number of the cluster and then sampling every person or the things within each cluster. This technique is useful when the population of the interest is spread out over the large area or gaining the access to individual proves too difficult. Now here in this case we have number of population. We divide this population into the small group, and among that group we will select the or we will access the required number of people. The second one is systematic sampling. Systematic sampling is a sampling technique that involves choosing every nth person in the list or that you encounter after randomly choosing a starting point with certain parameter. Suppose, what does it mean? Suppose we have n number of people here. Suppose we have 10 number of students. Then these 10 number of students, from this 10 number of students we have to select some. So systematic sampling technique, we have to select the we have to divide this group, or we have to select the number after equal division. Suppose in this 10 number we have to select the third 3 people, then we have to divide this 10 by 3, and according to that we have to give the equal chance for all the other people. For example, we want the sample student of 15 which will arrive to the college. If we know that 500 students are expected to attend, then we have to give the sample from every 10th from every 10th. How we have taken that every 10th person we have to pick up the students? We divide here the total population from the 50, because we want the sample size of 50 and total population is 500, and we are giving the chance equally. Systematic distribution for the whole population is systematic sampling. Next one is non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is divided into 3 parts: convenience sampling, quota sampling and snowball sampling. Convenience sampling is a sampling commonly known as unsystematic, accidental or opportunity sampling. According to this procedure, the sample is selected as per the convenience of the invigilator. In this method of sampling, the choice of sample item depends primarily on the judgment of the research. For example, if we want to collect the 100 car owners to be selected, then we may collect from the RTO office the list of car owners, and then we make the selection of 100 from the as a sample. So this is very unsystematic. This is the population, whole population. These are the car owners, and we want the 100 car owners which to be selected. Now from here we will take the list and randomly we will select we will take the convenience sampling. We will take the sampling of the list of the car owners. Next one is quota sampling. In this method, the sample size is determined first and then quota is fixed for various category of the population, which is followed by selecting the sample. In other words, we can say that quota has to be determined in an advance and intimated to the invigilator. The quota for each segment of the population may be fixed or at random or very specific basis. Normally such sampling method does not ensure the representativeness of the population. Here we have the population of suppose 50 students or 50 male candidates or 50 women candidates. From this we want the sample size of the people who are above age of 50. Now is it possible that we will get the from this, because from these people we are getting the sample size of something 30 people around at the age of 50? We are not sure about this, because this population is a combination of all age group, and in this age group it is very difficult to take out the 50 people of the we have to take out the 50 people of the 50 people of above age 50 from this sample. So that is why the quota sample is said that it is this method does not sure, or it is ensure that representativeness of the population. Next is snowball sampling. Snowball sampling refers to identifying someone who meet the criteria for the inclusion in the study. That means selection of additional respondents is based on the referral from initial respondents. We will thus revise non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is divided into three parts: convenience sampling, quota sampling, and snowball sampling. Probability sampling is divided into simple sampling, stratified sampling, clustered sampling, and systematic sampling. Probability sampling is a technique which is based on randomization, whereas in this procedure everyone is getting an equal chance or guarantee at least to get participate in the will get an opportunity to participate in the sampling part. Whereas in non-probability sampling, this is a method which is said to be a non-probability sampling. There is no probability for the population, and selection relies on the subjective judgment of the researcher. Thank you.